Welcome to Let's Grow Texas Ag, showcasing unique farm and ranch stories of the South Texas coastal plains. First-hand knowledge with special guests presented by our very own and well-known host, Joe Adams. Pull up a chair and enjoy as we share some of the heritage and insightful stories that have made us proud Texans. Let's Grow Texas Ag, sponsored by Shearer Kubota.
All right, folks, welcome back to Let's Grow Texas Ag. We're out here on the Mcfaddin Ranch. Augie?
Yes, sir.
Man, thank you guys for taking the time to be with us today.
Oh, absolutely not. It's been a pleasure so far.
Well, I can tell you one thing. You had an absolutely gorgeous morning for gathering these old Victoria cattle. I've heard of Victoria cattle all my life, and you know, I've seen a lot of them, but this here's where they came from.
Yes, sir.
So I think you'd be able to tell that story pretty well.
I think I got a pretty decent handle on it. Yeah. It would have been 4 greats back. I'm a 7th generation, and this would have been 4 back there. But started breeding them around the 40s, somewhere in there. Kind of developed the breed for a few decades after that. And then I believe it was in the late 70s. That time we started bringing in some outside blood, and then since then it's been an open herd. But it was a closed herd for a couple decades there until we really got it all dialed in, and then we started bringing in some outside blood. At a ranch we got down around Woodsboro there, we've got a herd of just F1s that we draw outside blood from. So it's been decades and decades of development, getting this breed kind of straightened out. But we finally arrived at the perfect type of cow for our area and just really all of southern Texas. We're really proud that we were able to do that. We've been able to sell them all over the place, all the way out west, Arizona, California, and these cattle also do pretty well shipping east, which is a bit of a surprise to some people because, anyone that knows about cattle knows that going west typically ain't a problem, but going east is. But the way these cattle's insect resistance is and heat resistance, they'll do just as good in Florida as they will in New Mexico.
How do you market your cattle?
A lot of it's just private treaty sales, just word of mouth, phone call kind of thing. We've got a network built to where we can typically get everything sold just making phone calls, which is pretty fortunate. But and every single year it's different, We're changing things up, how many we're selling at a time, what kind of batches we're doing, what we're sending to the feedlot, what we're retaining. It's just every year it's literally a new game plan.
So all of your steer into your calf prop, y'all run through the feedlot?
Sometimes we'll retain ownership all the way through. Sometimes we'll do half, and sometimes we might just do a quarter. Sometimes we'll sell all of them from the feedlot straight to the packer. But it's a little bit of everything. I personally like to get rid of them as soon as it makes financial sense.
That's one thing we're very fortunate about in this part of the world. We got lots of good commission companies.
That's right, yeah. We got lots of options on where to go with them. There's somebody worked out in West Texas for years, and out there you ain't got very many choices.
No, and they're a long way apart.
That's right, yeah. Here, some cases you can make 2 trips to sale barn in one day. Out there, you need 2 days to take 1 trip. And then you ain't got any choice. And it's important to have choices on where to send those cattle because you might not like someone working in there. It's just not.
No, you're exactly right. The more choices, the better. What is the Mcfaddin Ranch brand?
It's a 7.6. So it looks like an upside down tube, basically. And a long time ago, it was kind of born out of what our old brand was an M6. We used that for years and years, and then we were partnered with the cattle business with the welders for a long time, and in the late 80s we kind of dissolved the partnership and we bought the welders out of that piece of the cattle. But during our partnership with the welders, their brand's a 7UF, and we put that 7UF together with our M6, and we came up with the 7.6 for those cattle out of the partnership. And then after the partnership dissolved, we retained the 7.6 brand.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of where it came from. The M6 brand though, or the old brand, goes way back to, you know, whenever 1867 or whatever it was. That's the old brand.
And y'all still keep it registered in the county?
You know, it's registered. Yeah, I think one of my cousins has it registered. Yeah.
You know, I love going in there and looking through the brand book. There's some interesting brands.
There are. Yeah.
And you know, we used to run a lot of yearlings out there on the ranch. We had leased out there, and we doing a lot of work with old Jake Ray, and we turned out a bunch of Mexican cattle.
Yeah.
And some of the brands that come in on those cattle,
oh yeah,
are very ornate.
Yeah, very. Yeah. They could be anywhere from that big to that big. Yeah.
But you know, it's like they really tried to make them very, very pretty.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like.
Yeah. I mean, you can try to make them as pretty as you want, but if you get too many lines in the thing, it's going to end up as a blob.
It's going to look like
it's really got to be simple.
Big old circle.
Yeah. And the good thing about ours is that as long as you got a set of number brands around, you can just turn the two upside down.
Yeah.
You're good to go. You don't need to get a special one made.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those Mexican cattle, they come in with some stuff on them.
Yeah.
When we got enough grass, we'll run some, you know, wherever we're at, just year to year on that. But typically, it's nice if we can a little sprinkle on top of the cake. You know what I mean? If we got enough grass, we can run a set of steers on. So yeah, I
tell you what, I love dealing with them things because when they got this far north, and when they went through getting into down there on the border, crossing the border, staying in quarantine, and then riding the truck down here, well, the compensatory gain on them was absolutely something else.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of times you can unload them in a cardboard box, go flying across the pasture, they'd run out there and eat it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's they'd eat anything.
Oh yeah. And hell, you can almost just lead them around. Yeah. You know, on a collar. They're so gentle by the time they get up here. Real easy to handle and real tough too. You know?
Oh yeah. They're pretty much bulletproof when they get this far.
I mean, they are. If they make it up here, you know, we'll figure we might lose maybe 2 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know,
that's pretty good death loss.
Yeah. For yearlings that have been through that much coming, you know, across the border and everything, so they're easy to deal with. You know, we'll be out there riding them and checking them every day and doctor them here and there, but they're usually the ones that get off the truck, if they get off sick, you might have 1 or 2, keep them in the pen. But once they get out in the pasture, it's very rare to lose one out in the pasture. You know, if they come in looking sick, then you have to doctor them a little bit, but they're good. And some of them are some wild-looking creatures too.
Yeah, they are. You know, it seemed like a lot of the ones that we got had a lot of brown Swiss.
Yeah, a lot of brown Swiss.
Bronzy.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, all shapes and sizes.
Yeah. There's one there for everybody.
Yeah.
What do y'all do? What kind of brush control do y'all do?
You know, we attack it from every angle. We're aerial spraying. We're about to see some mechanical brush control we're doing with a tree puller. And, you know, at the ranch down at Woodsboro, a lot of roller chopping and chaining down there, a lot of chaining. It's so difficult to keep that stuff. These ranches up here aren't nearly as difficult to take care of as the ones down there. Yeah. I mean, it's if you let it get ahead of you, it's really difficult to, you know, get that stuff whipped back to where it should be, just because it's so expensive, you know. Real difficult. But lately, I've really been liking the tree puller.
Yeah.
Just because it gets that thing out of there and you don't have to worry about it. You know, if you spray it, you still got it standing out there in the pasture. If you're pulling the trees, you can stack them and get out of the way. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily hurt too much if it's staying there in the pasture, I guess. But if you're out here horseback and that stuff is scattered out, it's really difficult to navigate. So I like getting it in a nice stacked, neat pile out of the way so you can navigate the pasture on the horse with it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I feel right at home. Weesatch and rosehead.
Yeah. I thought we almost broke the record on roseheads, Joe. We've got one that takes up about 15 acres in the back over there.
Well, I don't know what the Guinness Book of World Records is, but we might ought to put it in there.
Yeah. No telling what's living in that thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, brush control is such an important part of land management, because you're right. If you don't do anything, if it gets ahead of you, all of a sudden ain't nothing but a lot of $100 bills going to get it out of there.
That's right. Yeah.
And it takes the land out of service. It becomes absolutely null and void to an operation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now it's difficult. You really want to take care of these native grasses and try not to disturb the soil, you know, as little as you can. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, with the brush control, you have to some degree.
Do y'all do any kind of burning or anything like that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we typically, this year it's been so wild with these fires this spring that we haven't really burned much because the humidity's been so low and it's just been bad conditions. But typically we're burning, you know, 3-4 pastures a year at minimum. Yeah, really like that after coming over with some mechanical brush control to get it burnt and to get all those, you know, just stumps and everything burned down and get it back down to the ground. That's really what you like to do.
Well, I tell you one thing, I don't think there's anything that does better for the land than a good solid burn.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're up
one that's under control.
Yeah, right. Yeah, preferably. Yeah. That's bad when those fires hit you out of nowhere, because hell, then you lose all your grass. You got to pull the cows out of there, and it really puts you down for a little while. Yeah, we got one of those cab 97 Kubota skid steers out here. We got from Share. Yeah. Man, that thing's running good.
Well, I want to tell you one thing. Those that and them tree pullers on there.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. The cost benefit on it is real good. I mean, this one out here has been 3 years old, I think now, and I don't know how many thousand hours on the thing, but just keeps on ticking. I mean, we've got a lot of benefit from this thing.
Well, you can sure tell the difference from one side of the road to the next.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty stark.
How many cowboys y'all have out here?
You know, on this ranch, we usually about 4 or 5 here. Yeah. Got 10 or 15 total. Yeah. Something like that. It's nothing like it was when I was a kid. I mean, when I was little, we'd have about 15 on one ranch.
Yeah.
But everybody gets around in pickups and whatnot nowadays, and we do a lot of gathering with a helicopter also. So we really kind of cut back on how many people we need out there horseback. I mean, when we used to gather pasture when I was little, we'd have 20 or 30 people out there.
Yeah.
Now we've usually got about 15 or so.
Did you ever think as a kid growing up out here that you'd ever see a piece of equipment like that?
No, I don't. Don't think I thought that, no.
No, it's and you know, those skid steers, you talk about a versatile piece of equipment.
It is, yeah, it is. I mean, you can build fence with it, you can do this with it, you can put feed out with it. I mean, you can do just about anything. I mean, next to a tractor is one of the most important pieces of equipment.
Oh, absolutely.
Really have, you know?
Absolutely.
So many different applications for it. You can put one of those mulching heads on it.
Yeah.
Cab is my favorite part.
Yeah. And Kubota's got a good line of skid steers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, with the windows tinted on that thing and the AC, I mean, you can work in that deal all day.
Yeah.
Be fine.
See any beans too?
Yeah, taking it all. And you know, that thing's got probably 1,500 plus hours, maybe more than that on it now. It's, haven't had any problems with it. Just did regular services and maintenance, you know, but
How big a tree would that thing pull out?
Pretty good size, yeah. Yeah, it might do an 8. If you rock an 8-inch, you know, get that fork down in there. Yeah, it'll surprise you. Somebody that knows how to handle that machine, you know, can really get some big stuff done. Yeah, see, a lot of those smaller ones, he can just pop out, doesn't even have to grab them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Good. Glad we got a little bit of wind because there's still a few mosquitoes out here.
Yeah. This sure opens up the country.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I mean, it'd be impossible to ranch here without one of those machines at this point in time.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you know the total value of livestock in Victoria County is over $24 million?
You know, your dad, Mr. Bob, he had been an advocate for the beef industry for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
You know, he's held some pretty high up positions, and you know, and I've had the pleasure of knowing him for a pretty good while myself. And it's kind of amazing kind of the work that he's been able to get done.
Yeah, he's really dedicated his life to taking care of the ranch and also just fellow producers and whatnot. So yeah, it's been interesting seeing that unfold.
Yeah, man. And you know, all you talking about you being the 7th generation out here. What's your earliest memory of the ranch?
Oh God, I had well, I got a lot of memories of getting bucked off. And early on, because it hurt really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
I think everybody's got a story like that.
Yeah. You know, I think my earliest memory, Joe, I was we were down in Woodsboro at the ranch down there, and we were gathering pasture. We don't hardly gather anymore. We had about 30 or 35 men horseback. It was back when I was a kid, when we still used a lot bigger crews. And there's a big ditch that runs through the middle of that pasture, and it had rained a bunch that year. And I remember getting up to a creek. It's about 15, 20 yards across, and there was my horse was limping real bad. And I was just a little kid. I couldn't even get on my horse off and on by myself.
Yeah.
And we had this old hand down there named Gilly, and he grabbed that horse's foot, and he pulled a thorn out of that horse's foot about that big. And I thought, God dang, I mean, it came out all the way like that. It's on this old horse I had named Camilla. And anyway, he got that out, and he told me to follow him because we were way behind. And we had to go swim that creek that was 20 yards across, Joe. And I got my horse in the middle of that thing, and my feet were floating. I was grabbing onto my saddle horn while my horse was swimming across the damn creek.
Yeah.
And I was just scared to death.
Yeah.
But we got to the other side of it, and I just completely soaking wet, and then that would probably be one of my first memories.
Hey, that's a good memory.
Yeah.
You made it out of it.
I made it out of there, yeah. I sure did. Sure did. Wet, soaking wet, but made it out.
Yeah. Hey, what are your thoughts on solar farms?
You know, Joe, I think you should do whatever makes sense with your own property.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for private property rights, and I think that private property is what makes our country what it is, and especially Texas. And I don't think anybody should tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your property.
That's well said.
Yeah.
What year does the ranch go back to?
Well, this ranch goes back to about 1876, somewhere in there. My great grandfather at that time had come over here. Our family is originally from Jefferson County in East Texas.
Yeah.
And so they were ranching over there. Something happened in the family. We're not exactly sure what, but he broke off with about 160 head of cattle and 20 or 30 mules and started down for South Texas down here, and we've been down here ever since. And that was around, I believe, 1860 when he cut off. They started ranching over there around 1830. It was a Spanish land grant.
Yeah.
And I guess had a big family, and he decided he was going to go his own way and hit the trail. So he started ranching down in Refugio County, 1860, something like that. Had some ranches down there, and then this ranch we're on here was 1867-ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Augie,
Joe?
man, I want to tell you what, thank you for your time today.
Oh, my pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Well, you know what? It's always something fascinating when you get to look at a ranch like this from the inside out.
Oh, yeah, well, I appreciate it.
You bet. Y'all got a heck of an operation here with a very storied past, and it's plain to see y'all got a bright future.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, we enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Maybe you know someone that should be highlighted on our program. Let us know. Submit your story ideas to crossroadstoday.com/ag.
Hi, folks. I don't know how many of you folks got a goat shed laying around, but if you got one around, if you got access to one, I'm going to tell you what to do with it. We're out here today right off 236 on Church Lane with Miss Tara DeBoer. How are you, Miss Tara?
I'm doing good, doing good.
I want to tell you one thing. I had no idea that this thing was even out here.
Well, we're not trying to hide it.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you one thing. It is really a neat deal. Tell us exactly what you got going on out here.
Well, we have a goat shed. So on the other side, we got some animals hanging around that people like to feed over here. And I use the front 4 feet to start selling some cinnamon rolls and brownies and about anything this community eat it. You just bake it and they'll come.
How does somebody come in here and buy something?
They just show up. It is honor system. We trust, and it's working for us. This community is very protective of it. This is one of the best communities I've ever been in my life. They help us watch things. People know it. We have no problem. So we have a red cash box in there. So if you show up and you don't have Cash App or Venmo, you just put your money in the little box, close it, get what you want. The lights are on. It's open. If it's here, it's for sale. But we bake Wednesday through Saturday. We've got honey. We've got little scrubbies. We've got homemade vanilla. We have a lot of vendors that are peddling their stuff here because it just worked out better to be the community hub so that everybody have a good shot. In fact, if it were summer, you would see our produce stand over here loaded with vegetables from the Gross kids, and that was very well received. They did wonderful. They're hardworking kids, and this community can appreciate that like none other.
So they just people of the community or outside the community, they come in here, they get homegrown stuff right here. Everything's made. It's an honor system.
Yep.
They come in here, they do their shopping right there. They put their money in the box. They Venmo. I'd have to put my money in the box because I'm not capable of Venmoing yet. But I can tell you this. So how do they get here? They can drive up here with a car?
They can drive up here. We've got parking. We've moved our gate back to fit the demand. We used to block the road, and we've pushed it back so you just pull right in and nose in and pull out. You can get here by any method. We have bicyclists, people on horses, walkers.
Speaking of people on horses, looks like you got somebody coming up here right now. Who are these young ladies?
There's some regulars.
There's some regulars. What are you girls coming to get?
They got them cinnamon rolls and cookies.
You like cinnamon rolls? I tell you one thing, I'm gonna buy you guys a cinnamon roll.
Oh.
Yeah, come in here and you can help me pick out a couple for me to take to the house. I got some.
Y'all ready to shop? Let's shop.
Let's shop. Oh, look at here. Look at that, look at that, look at all that. Are those good? All right, we'll take one of those. Give me one of those. What about, do you have any slab apple pie? What about cinnamon rolls? You got some of those? What about some of them cookies? You got any homemade grape jelly? What about honey? What about bread? You got a sack we can put it all in? Y'all are a big help, I can tell you that, right?
And we recycle. This is another one of our community things.
Hey, that's exactly right. Let's put all that in there. All right, folks, don't ever pass up the opportunity to deal with a small business. People that go out on a limb, they try something different. They bring you homegrown stuff. It ain't like shopping at H-E-B. It ain't supposed to be. You're supposed to come out here at your leisure. You're going to get homegrown products made right from the kitchen. If you do the shopping, you can get handmade scrubbies made for, how old is this young lady?
I think she's 85.
85 years old.
Just keeping herself busy and paying her bills.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I love it.
That is so cool. So they got all kinds of homemade stuff. all kinds of goodies out here. You're going to be here for a little while, and I would highly suggest you come in here when these two beauties are here, kind of help you do your shopping. They did a great job with me. So if you got some time, come out here on 236 to the gate. Come in here and do a little shopping. You're going to be well pleased and well received on all accounts. And it's kind of, like you said, it's the honor system.
It's the honor
and there's
system.
something very cool about that.
We're loving it.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
You've been watching Let's Grow Texas Ag. Visit our website for more information and program schedules.